Sun's out. Don't know what the fuck I'm gonna say. Car chats. It's just me, an idea, a drive, a smile, a journey, a destination. Today we've got an added ingredient, which is something you typically see in the chats and in the podcast, but today we're bringing it into the car chats. It's one of these fucking bad boys. Let's go. Ready? This one happens to be one of those focus drinks. It's got some like nootropics and shit and everything. This one's got ginkgo biloba in it. It's good for focus apparently. Even if the can doesn't actually have the things in it to help you focus, when you see the can and it says impact, you can feel focus, and you go, I'm gonna have this focus can. Like I don't even know, I don't call it cherry fucking lychee dragon fruit flavor, whatever the fuck it is. I just call it focus, right? So it's like, oh, I'm gonna have a focus. It's like, I'm telling my body what I want to do, and I'm telling myself, oh, when I have this drink, I'm going to be focused. What do you think is going to happen? I don't even like calling it the placebo effect, because it goes way beyond that. The science backs it up fucking time after time and time again. When you believe some shit, it creates that reality. I believe it was Deepak Chopra. He talks about the experiment with rats. They fed all these rats these high cholesterol diets and then tested their levels, and all of them got sick because of having these fatty diets or whatever the fuck, right? And there was one series of rats, and they didn't have the effect that everyone else had. And they said, what the fuck? And they realized that specific lab technician, he took the rats out of the cage and he cuddled them and he kissed them and he patted them and all this sort of stuff, and they didn't have the negative side effects. We don't give enough credit to belief systems. We're stuck around and, oh, this thing, and I read this thing and the science behind this, and it's like, show me the science on half the shit that you fucking believe in. So the science suggests the belief systems are gonna have the impact. Even if the actual stuff in here doesn't have the right stuff for focus, I believe it's gonna help me focus. I'm picking up the can saying I'm gonna go do some focus. What's gonna happen? Because we all know that we can focus with or without this can. And I firmly believe that this has got the stuff in it that it's gonna assist me to do that. But more than anything, I know that I've got the right mindset. I've got the belief systems in check to support that thing. And that can't hinder me from getting any closer to the result. It can only help me. This is the big piece. Everyone needs to really just stop whatever the fuck you're doing, if you're doing this and something else, right? And just really focus on what I'm about to say. This has been one of the critical shifts around everything, because if you're someone like me and you've got an opinion about something, or you're going to share something about something, well, you've got to cross-check that against like 10 different fucking things before you say it, because it's like, oh, but what if I tell this person this thing that I heard, but it's not quite true, or there's a problem with it, or I actually haven't, and then someone asks me about, oh, well, what about this? And I'm like, oh, actually, you're right. So I've got to constantly cross-check all this shit, right? So if I'm going to have a belief system around something, I'm going to cross-check that against something. And there's many things that you can do this with, but one of the most critical pieces, right? This in itself will change your whole mindset around everything, right? This is fucking insane. What's the alternative? What is the alternative? I mentioned this before, but I really want to nail this in right now. What is the alternative? And it's the same with this. What's the alternative? I believe, oh, you know, it probably doesn't have focus stuff in me. I don't really feel focused. And then I look for evidence to support the thing that doesn't work for me. I could go and do that if I wanted to. I could go get disconfirmation bias around it. However, what's the point? How is that going to help me? So I go, oh, you know what? I'm going to choose this thing and this serves me, and the alternative wouldn't serve me, so I'm going to choose to do this thing. Oh, everyone's out to get me. I'm a victim. The world is a fucking terrible place. I can never succeed. Nobody likes me. What's the alternative to those belief systems? Everyone loves me. The world is a beautiful place. There's plenty to go around. I'm gonna be looked after. I will always succeed. I'm not the victim. I'm the fucking victor. This is my story. I'm the hero of my journey. Whatever If the story you're telling yourself doesn't serve you, awesome. Fuck it off. Tell yourself the alternative. And tell yourself the alternative long enough that it becomes the new story, because it's no more real or less real than the story that you told yourself before this one. However, the difference is which one serves you. So in every endeavor, in every single piece, ask yourself, what's the alternative? If the alternative is better, lock it in, let's do it. If this is better than the alternative, boom, you just got confirmation. You're on the right track. What is the alternative? If you start to get real awesome at asking yourself those kinds of questions, fuck, how's anyone gonna stop you? What's the alternative? I wish you all a fantastic day. I'm gonna drink some motherfucking sparkling fucking focused dick water. I'm gonna have a fucking good day, because what's the alternative? I can have a bad day. I'm gonna choose to have a fucking good day. It's up to me. Always has been. Have a good day. Peace.